But as we begin tonight, a little recap before we dive into this. Around 1750, long while ago, even I wasn't alive back then, under orders from the King of France, and in order to avoid being put to death for sorcery, the French mage Trois Echelles traveled to Nouvelle-France, as Quebec was then called, to establish a number of mystical lodges that the king hoped would give his troops an advantage in the conquests to come. But Trois Echelles had other plans. Along with his 7 disciples, he sought to reach ascendancy and to turn Ville-Marie, as Montreal was then known, into a bit of a utopia. Plan failed. He was embraced by La Sombra and lost his disciples, one of which was his lover, the mage Calomé de Troyes, who betrayed him. He sought then to achieve Golconda to save his soul, but was killed before he could do so. But his spirit was powerful, and it was already indelibly bound to the genius loci, the spirit of place that empowers Mount Royal, the holy mountain at the heart of Montreal. His soul was shattered in 3 along the lines of his very own philosophy of the 3. His grace took the form of lost my mind. We'll be right back. There we go. Sorry, just trying to make everything work. His grace took the form of the Rat King, a powerful shapeshifter who cares for the most downtrodden of the city. His debauchery, his love for sensuality and pleasure, along with his blood and his connection to the abyss, became Vico de la Sombra. And his affliction, his anger, and his darker side became a call, a deep pit where Calomé's spirit became Nefendi upon her death. Thus, even in death, Trois Echelles continues to shape the city, its inhabitants, and its future. Whichever of his 3 aspects is ascendant affects the minds and dreams of all who live in the city, mortal and immortal alike. Currently, his spirit of affliction, Calomé, is in ascendance. She is the death dreamer. Her thoughts of death, decay, and rot infect the dreams of the city's populace, making them despondent and depressed, angry and uncaring of their place and the people around them. Her people are busy building the pyramid atop which the call exists, which is aimed to amplify its powers. But with the Tremere, Elise Ahasman, now become a living version of Trois Echelles' ritual, the inhabitants of the city have one last chance to change the dreams of its populace and create a new city, one that can either be a paradise or a hell. Other forces now move into place. From the depths of the abyss, Grandmother has stirred. Lilith herself is said to have many devotees in the city. L'Enfant Terrible still haunts the streets, and the kindred of Montreal still fear the combined powers of the Church and the hunters of Aegis Corporation. Now, the end times begin. Claudia, you have been on the trail, investigating, trying to find a Lamia named Morag. You and a group of other kindred were involved in a situation as you were investigating a certain drug called Medusa, which had the ability to make people's blood spread an infection that diluted the blood of kindred. You, through your investigations, discovered that this particular drug was created by Aegis, the corporation of hunters that has been hunting kindred in the city. You discovered, through the help of a member of the Sabbat named Armada, that kindred named Morag, Lamia, was somehow involved in this, and you've been trying to find her, trying to find information about her. It's been difficult. She's been well hidden. But just last night, you received a text. The text message was from an untraceable number, nobody you knew. This text message, which came accompanied by the symbol of a rat, read, Sister Searcher, you tread near the abyss. Here be monsters. If, like Perseus, you seek the Gargan's lair, I can help. But there is a cost, obviously. There's always a cost. Did you know Montreal has a fantastic public transportation system? I myself like to ride the bus. Line 333. Yes, it's real. Catch it at Université de Montréal tomorrow near midnight. You've heard of line 333. It's a bit of a myth in Montreal. The night bus line 333 doesn't exist. It's not on any websites. It's not recognized. It's not an official line. It's not an actual bus line. However, people everywhere swear that they've seen the bus travel through the city at night sometimes, and some people even swear that they've ridden it. There's almost never anyone on this bus. People don't really know much about it. But now you have this invitation. Tell us a little bit about yourself for the people here who don't know you. Who is Claudia? What does she look like? And what does she do? And what clan is she?
Claudia is an American who fell in love with a Canadian. Tale as old as time.
Rough.
I know, right? She stands at 5'10", brown skin, hair done in curled locks. And one of the things that people, when they see her, zero in on is that her face is very stern, almost cold-like. But as I zero in onto her eyes, they're very soft, almost in a sympathetic type of emotion it gives. And today, after reading this, I think she just gives a sigh of course, it's never going to be that easy. It never is. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Do you plan on being at Université de Montréal to catch the bus at midnight tonight?
Sure. Why not?
Is there anything you would like to do beforehand?
I think she's just going to make sure that her daggers are sharpened. She will check in with her spouse, Frederick, make sure that he's okay, letting him know that if she goes quiet for, at the very least, 24 hours, don't worry too much about it. For 24, 48 hours, don't worry too much about it. Afterward, you can panic.
So panic after you're absent for 10 hours. Noted.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's it. Just make sure everything's ready and packed and ready to go.
Would you give me a rouse check, please? Let's see if you start off hungry.
Yes. I got a success.
Excellent. So the beast is pretty quiet tonight as you stand outside the Université de Montréal, which is up on the mountain. It is very quiet, of course, at this point in time, near midnight. Most of the students that were here late have gone away. There is a little cafe club that is in the university itself that sees people come and go in later, but it closes at midnight. So pretty much the last of the people have gone, and there's a metro station nearby, so people usually don't take the bus. They usually walk on down to the metro or catch a cab or something like that and head back into the city. You sit there, and over your shoulder you can see the oratory, that symbol of power of the Christian religion that still sits atop the mountain and still sort of overshadows the city, even in these modern nights when the church itself has lost a lot of its power in the city. Looming over you, and you wait and wait and wait, and I would like you to go ahead and make me a wits and streetwise roll.
Oh boy. Okay. Not too bad. is 3 successes and then 1 skull on the hunger die.
You notice with this success that okay, you got successes, you're good. All right, never mind. You notice with these successes that even though you expect the place to be somewhat empty and devoid of people, that it seems to be even more so. Like there's literally no one around. The windows of the university are darkened. There's not even the group of drunken students or anything like that. There is literally no one around. It's kind of unsettling there for a moment as you stand under this one street lamp that lights you from the top and just creates this one little island of light in the darkness around. And then you see it coming up the hill. A normal STM bus, blue and white, coming up. The sign on top just says 333, and there's the little crescent moon that indicates a nightline. As it pulls up and stops right in front of you, the door opens. You see two things. One, there's a driver. He's not wearing an STM suit at all. He is very well dressed. He's got a suit, he's got a bow tie. He is this older, very genteel looking black man with a bald head, a white shirt with a very starched collar. I said the bow tie, a very nice suit. And the other thing that draws your attention is that the inside of the bus is lined with clear plastic. The old man at the wheel looks over to you and goes, "Well, are you getting on or not?"
I was just taken aback. It kind of makes me think of my grandmother's home. Thank you.
Plastic on the furniture did she have?
As they always do. She'll get on.
You get on. He says, "Do you have your ticket?"
What constitutes a ticket for this?
No, if you don't have a ticket, you're going to have to pay the fare. Please place a loonie in the coin machine.
Oh, sure. She'll do that.
You take the golden coin that is a Canadian dollar, the loonie, you plunk it in the thing, and it falls into this empty container of coins, and it goes cling, 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 cling. And as you do so, he says, "Welcome aboard, line 333." And he closes the door behind you. And as he does, you can see that the plastic's attached to the door so that when the doors close, the entirety of the sides of the bus are lined in this plastic. You smell something burning, like a cigarette maybe, something like that. And when you look down, the bus itself is darkened except at the very back of it, in the large bench that covers the entire width of the bus. The lights are on in the back, and you see someone sitting there. A man, perhaps dressed in a hoodie, the hoodie pulled low over his head, his legs up on the bench. You can see a cigarette burning in the dark depths of his hoodie.
I'll sit maybe 2 rows before the individual in the back.
You can tell that they're vampire, very weak, very young. You come up and sit down, and he pulls his feet off the bench, and with his hand, which you see is gnarled and deformed, he taps the seat next to him. Come here, Claudia.
Do you know me based off a good reputation or a bad one?
I don't deal in reputation, I just deal in facts. I just deal in information, the little bits and pieces that I can pick up in the air, online, through cameras. I don't deal in scuttlebutt, I deal in factual information. And I know you've been looking for Morag. I can tell you a little bit about her if you want.
Of course. She'll sit next to him, to them.
You sit down, and he pulls down the hood a little bit and reveals the completely deformed face of a Nosferatu. His skin has started to peel, and you can see cracked bone underneath it here and there. The jaw has started to deform a little bit, and it kind of hinges over to one side. He doesn't smell bad. He smells like a normal person, except for that cigarette. And he says, "My name's Thomas Welch, and I know exactly who you're looking for." And as you do that, somewhere else in a very different part of town, very different place, in fact, in City Hall, would you mind, Maud, telling us a little bit about yourself as you sit in the waiting room waiting to meet a city council person? You have been brought here late at night. You are in kind of a little antechamber. That's a little waiting room to the office of this person that you've been wanting to meet for a while now. They're making you wait, as a kind of gambit of power. What would someone see, and who exactly are you?
Looking at Maud, you see a late 20s woman, pale, dark eyes, darker hair, effortlessly beautiful and sexy, wearing a red suit. She has an aura about her that is thick with the anticipation of how best to please her. She has a stern look in her eyes, but it's not unpleasant to look at, obviously.
Your assistant with you?
Of course she is. She always is.
Your assistant, Sloane, sits next to you, tapping away on her iPad, saying, "This is unacceptable. They shouldn't be making you wait this way. Do you want to leave? If you want to leave, that's perfectly fine. I will just leave them an email."
No, Sloane, it's fine. It's fine.
Unacceptable. Would you give me a rouse check, please? Let's see if you started the evening a little peckish or not.
That is a fail.
As you think about the fact that you're being made to wait, you feel that little growling in the pit of your stomach, that little anger that indicates that your beast has opened up one eye and is kind of keeping track of what's going on. That sense of hunger that announces its presence sort of seeps into you a little bit more. You're not in any dire situation yet, but you definitely feel it kind of gnawing at you. After a few moments, the door opens and a council person, Caroline Urtubis, opens the door to her own office and goes, "Miss Sinclair," in broken English, "Miss Sinclair, if you would please come join me in my office. I'm sorry for the wait. I was on a phone call with the mayor. Please join us." She goes back inside her office, leaving the door open.
I follow.
You walk in, you see what you assume is her assistant, a young man in a suit. He's sitting at a chair nearby, and he's got a laptop, and he's kind of typing away at it. When you come in, he stops and is just sort of waiting for the conversation to pick up. Caroline, as you sit down, says, "Would you like a cup of coffee or some tea, maybe, or a glass of water?"
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Very well. This is my assistant, Denis. He will take notes during the meeting for us, if that is acceptable. Your assistant is welcome to do so also. Thank you so much for coming to see me. I won't keep you. I know it's very late. I won't keep you too long. But following your letters, your memos that we have received, and after taking a look into your business operations here in Montreal, you are one of the people that we have flagged as potentially being affected by this new bylaw that's going to be coming into effect in the next few weeks here in Montreal. And so I wanted to address you personally to tell you about this new bylaw and what it means for you, to make sure that we can avoid any unpleasant situation or miscommunication.
Could you please just get around to it?
Yes, of course. We are changing some of the laws in Montreal. We will no longer be allowing what are called server farms, or any sort of building with certain levels of massive server infrastructures in them. I do believe that and she looks at a piece of paper that her assistant slides her over. I do believe that one of your two companies is currently using a number of servers somewhat in excess of the new limit that we have. So that is something that will have to be dealt with. We are also changing certain laws in regards to the particular industry that you are in. That is, of course, the adult industry. One of the new changes to the bylaw is that any sex trade business tied to worldwide distribution will no longer be allowed to operate in the city itself. And so,
excuse me.
Yes.
Why? Now.
We're facing a lot of the infrastructures of the city, especially the electrical infrastructures, are currently in dire situation due to the rise of server farms, be it from Bitcoin farmers or AI productions or any of these things. And the power grid is suffering from it. And we are being told by Hydro-Quebec that these things have to be moved off island in order to prevent the kind of rolling brownouts that we've been facing recently. And as far as there are several issues concerning worldwide sex trade businesses, concerning questions of taxes, questions of work permits, things of that nature.
We are completely in line with the tax law of Montreal.
To a certain degree, there's a lot of confusion right now due to the state of politics in America, about trade and so on and so forth. One of the things that we want to avoid is getting into any sort of issues with questions of permits or work or work visas.
I understand, but in regards to this, I've been in line with your laws as well as in regards to international trade to the United States. So I really don't understand why we're making changes in this.
That's the thing,
regard.
Miss Sinclair. Laws change. Laws change to accommodate new situations, new realities.
I understand that laws change. I do not understand, when I have been up to par with all of your standards, laws, and regulations up until this point, why we are confused as in regards to the conduct of my business.
We are not confused. We're very clear. You will find in this dossier that I've prepared for you all the pertinent information. You will see that you will be needing to relocate your servers off island. Anything that is not relocated within 1 month of the law passing is in danger of being seized. Beyond that, should you wish to avoid close scrutiny of your records of employments, your records of tax contribution, it would be best for you and your businesses to relocate outside the city proper. You don't have to go very far, but we feel that this would be more beneficial to the city as a whole. And of course, we're all in this together, right? We are just attempting to create a better place for everyone.
I understand. In that case, do you have any recommendations as to where we should be moving these servers to that would help your power grid?
As you say that, you see Sloan sort of very obviously answering a call on her earpiece, and then after a moment pulls the actual phone out from her pocket and leans into you and goes, you're going to have to take this. Sorry, Miss Sinclair.
Right. Excuse me a moment, and
course.
I will stand up and move to take the call.
When you glance at the number, you see that it is the number of Galen Redpath, the elder and clan leader of the Ventru in the city. As soon as you put the phone to your ear, he says, "How's your meeting with Caroline going?"
Am I out of earshot, or perhaps
yeah,
in another room?
You've moved far enough. Yeah.
Wonderful. Terrible.
Well, that's to be expected.
Something about moving servers or
Yeah.
new laws pertaining to my trade. I don't really understand where all this is coming from.
Well, unfortunately, I think understanding it's not part of the equation here. You're going to have to comply. Things are going on at a much higher level, and
Look,
we're going to need you to simply follow the new guidelines and go along with that.
I'm sorry. Aren't there ways that we can make shifts on our end that might be beneficial to us and our businesses?
We're not interested in making those shifts. These shifts that are occurring right now are already being beneficial to us. We'll discuss this. I've called a board meeting tonight. All hands on deck. Everyone will be there, and we'll have a discussion about this. You can simply tell Miss Otsubis that you will be following the new guidelines, and we'll communicate with her office and, of course, offer all assistance and cooperation.
Even though this is detrimental?
Detrimental to you, but not to us. And, of course, we're a family, right? 30 minutes. The Sun Life building, of course. Board meeting. We'll see you there, Maud.
See you there. Hang up the phone.
She's looking at you, smiling. Everything okay?
Yes. For the moment, I've had a situation that came up, so I'm unfortunately going to have to leave, and we're going to have to discuss this a little bit further later.
Of course, please have your people contact my people, and we will endeavor to work in harmony and help each other out in this.
Right.
Following your assistant outside, Sloan leans and goes, "That's fucking bullshit."
It's entirely bullshit. No. It's bullshit.
The board meeting just pinged on the agenda here. It wasn't there before, but they just called it. So I'm having the car pull around in front. Is there anything else you need me to do to prepare for this? Is there anyone you want me to call, or any dossiers I should prepare?
Honestly, at this point, I'm not particularly like this, Sloan, but I think this is one where we're going to have to wing it.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Prepare for comforts after the meeting. I think that would be best.
Absolutely. The car's pulling up. And as you get into the car and get ready to head to the board meeting of the Ventru clan, somewhere else in the city, Father Dubois, you are walking through what appears to be a garden, maybe a botanical garden of some sort. There are plants and trees and whatnot all over the place. You are walking, you're not too sure how you got here. You don't recognize this place.
Well, I guess I'm going to add sleepwalking to the list of problems.
You expect a witty rejoinder from your shadow, but you hear nothing. You hear the sound of someone pruning the garden with shears, and as you round the corner, you see the figure of a woman, long hair tied up in a bun at the top of her head, dark skin, very frail looking, but yet radiating an incredible amount of power, and she is kneeling in the amongst the weeds along this path and is, with her fingers long and tipped with beautiful long nails, she is pruning this garden, cutting out bad herbs and twigs that are broken and sort of cleaning it up a little bit.
Trimming the ferns this evening?
No, Father, it's been quite a while since I've shaved or anything, and you sort of blink and realize you're sitting on a bench just outside the Salvation Army soup kitchen that you now run. There's nearby a line of some of your parishioners, some of the homeless people who form your parish that are waiting to get a bed for the night, and you're sitting there. You were waiting for a bus. You're sitting at the bus stop, and you see this older woman that you know, a homeless woman. She's got this stringy long red hair, Canadian's toque on. She's trailing behind her like one of those little foldable shopping carts that's full of her stuff, and is kind of just standing there a few feet away from you looking at you. You know her name is Lillian.
Hello, Lillian.
You were talking in your sleep there, asking if I was trimming and shaving. I don't think that that's very proper for a priest to be asking those kinds of questions, Father.
Not really. You've still got plenty of miles on you left.
I don't know about that. If there are any miles left in me, they're a pretty rough road, I'll tell you that much.
Well, according to this thing called the internet, there are local grannies in my neighborhood, apparently.
I'm not sure exactly what that means, Father. Are you feeling okay, Father? You seem a little bit discombobulated there.
No. Why? Who's told you that I was not feeling well?
It's just a look at you. You look like shit, Father.
Well...
Oh, God, dear, no, that doesn't help anything.
Is that better?
No.
Do I look more regal now? What do you want? We're in this line for a soup kitchen.
Yes.
You old hag, what do you want?
I was just coming to tell you, because you told us to come in and tell you if we heard anyone talking about someone named Lilith on the streets.
Yes. Did you hear anything?
I'm not Lilith, I'm Lillian. Oh, did I hear anything?
I'm aware of that. You are far too ugly to be Lilith herself. Thank you. What did you find?
I'll have you know that in my day, I was a cabaret dancer, and men and women even were fawning over me left, right, and center. It's not my fault my teeth have fallen out.
Right. What did you hear?
There's a group of women, Americans, apparently, who've moved into the botanical gardens. They've been talking about someone called Lilith. They're going around. They're, I guess, some kind of cult or something. They've been gathering women off the streets, offering them a place to be and shelter and help and so on and so forth.
Not
myself,
my women.
Just women from all over. Just words going around.
Have any of my particular women gone missing towards this particular cult?
I think a few, but they're not missing. They're still around. I mean, if you ask around, you might be able to find someone maybe who's talked to them. I haven't gone because I don't trust. I don't trust the government, cops, or cults. Those are my lines. Those are the three.
You understand the difference between a cult and a religion is simply numbers, right?
Yeah, but you got to draw a line somewhere.
That's fair. That's fair. I think for you, in your case, I would have not necessarily picked cult as the line. I'm sure there's many other lines you could have chosen, but not every member of my flock is the smartest.
No, that's true. But hey, I got you the information you wanted. I don't suppose you'd have a couple bucks to spare. I could really use a little pick-me-up tonight.
Would you like a pick-me-up? I have a pick-me-up for you. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out an 8-ball. There you go. Have fun, kid.
It's been a while since I've partied this hard, but what the heck?
Well, as Andrew WK says, we like to party hard.
Was he a priest also?
Of sorts. He definitely preached to the masses about things you should do and things you shouldn't do.
Very good. I'll mention him next time if I see him that you said hello. Thanks. Do you want to know if I hear anything else?
Of course. Of course I want to know. I want to hear your entire life story, how brief it is. But yes, I do.
Very well. Sounds good. Thanks, Father. I'm gonna go get high. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat you. Anyway,
What was that? Sorry?
nothing. Looking capital, as they say.
Oh, excellent. Be careful. I think that's urine on the bench next to you there.
Probably.
All right, then. And she turns around and just sort of shuffles off. And as she approaches a group of her friends, she goes, "He gave me an 8-ball." And they're all like, "Yay."
And there was much rejoicing in the name of the Lord.
You realize it's not normal, Padre, for a priest to give 8-balls to the parishioners, right?
Very much so, yeah. But I had it.
Where did you get it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's probably me then.
Yes. Speaking of, where the hell have you been?
Well, I'd be happy to let you in on it. I think it's time, Padre.
Well, yes. I mean, I need to know where you're taking me and what you're doing with me.
Let's do it. Let's go back to the church. I think this is something that should be done in a confessional.
The last time you were in a confessional, you peed on the walls, and I didn't like it.
I will probably do so again tonight, but at least I will accompany it with a little bit of truth. What do you say? As you ponder this, you look over to the side of you, and you are in the bus shelter, and there is a one of those sort of giant TVs they have in there now to have advertisements and stuff like that. And this one, someone has gotten really angry at it. Maybe there was like an ad for cars or something they didn't like, and they punched it and it's cracked. And as you turn over and look at it, your face is reflected, shattered into a million pieces.
I don't like that image. I don't want to see that image. Make it go away, Shadow.
You're gonna like what I have to tell you even less.
Why?
Because we've been very bad. To the confessional, then.
Yes, please do tell me just how naughty we've been.
Take me there, Jeeves.
I'm not your butler.
No, but you have the legs.
That is true. Sucks to be you. And he, gets up and begins to walk.
If only your legs could see what I've done with your face. That did not go at all the way I thought it was going to go.
It had better be my face. Syphilis lasts a lifetime.
Well, if your nose falls off, you'll know where it came from.
Sarah?
Have I ever told you about the Earl of Rochester?
No.
Well,
No, I have not.
let me tell you
Tell
about
me.
the Earl of Rochester.
Tell me. Wait. Yes, no, tell me. Is it graphic?
Very fucking graphic.
Emphasis on the fucking, I take it.
No. Of all things, animate or otherwise.
You have at least 30% of my attention.
Well, that's great. That's better than usual. Onwards to the confessional, that I may confess your sins.
My sins?
You have a lot on your conscience, Father. You just don't know yet.
Well, we are of two minds about everything.
Indeed, but of one body.
No more tattoos at 3 a.m.
It was only the 4 times. As you amble on down the street heading towards your church, prepared to face whatever nuttiness your shadow is going to bring upon you. Elise, you are sitting in a beautiful drawing room. Sunlight is filtering in through the windows. It moves on your skin in a warm, beautiful way. Below you, as you look out, you see the St. Lawrence River moving along lazily. You're sitting at an easel. The painting in front of you that you've been working on is of the scene outside, of the beauty of the St. Lawrence River, the fort of Ville Marie laid out beneath you. The sun feels good on your skin. As you revel in it, you suddenly catch a scent, Fletcher's from earlier. It fills your senses, and you look out the window to see if you can catch a glimpse of him outside. Mistress, Faraday says from just behind you.
What is it, Faraday?
Time's up.
Oh. How unfortunate.
He lifts up a finger pointing at your painting. When you turn to it, you recognize the skyline of Montreal. The city you painted is on fire, and it's crumbling to nothing but ash and debris before your very eyes.
Hardly noticed what I was doing. I think she cranes her head back to look up at Faraday.
He's standing right up next to you. He looks down at you and smiles and says, "Time." And he reaches out and runs a finger on your painting, and it comes away covered in what looks like soot and ash. And he reaches for your face, and with it he draws a cross, an ash on your forehead. Then there's a gust of wind from outside. The curtains blow around, billowing. He falls to ashes in front of you, his entire body disintegrating, turning to this fine, dark mist. Some of it lands on your face, some of it on your lips, and as you taste his ashes, you find they taste bitter. "Darling, are you okay?" Fletcher says, and pulls you from your reverie. You find yourself sitting in the mansion's drawing room, moonlight slipping in through the window that's left open in the cool end of summer air. Outside, you see the tree beneath which Maria is buried, still full of leaves. At your feet, in their evening gowns, Laurence and Marjolaine are sitting. "Are you okay?" Fletcher says.
I was having a nightmare.
"Oh, darling." And he comes over and he sits next to you and he tucks a strand of hair behind your ear. "Tell me about it."
I was painting a picture, and Faraday was there. He looked so beautiful, as he always did. But the painting, it was the city on fire. And Faraday turned to ash.
You haven't talked a lot about how you felt since he died. You know, I'm happy to listen. I never felt anything but love and respect for him, and I know he meant the world to you.
Sometimes I feel as though I can still hear his voice or smell him in the halls. Like there's a ghost of him that haunts the house, but not like a scary kind of ghost. Like a memory that I just can't let go. I do miss him very much.
Is there anything more that you would like to do to honor him or remember him? Is there anything that I can do to help?
I think it would be nice to bring his old paintings and then put them up in his room where he used to stay. Make a sort of gallery of it.
Is this something you want to keep private, or would you like to show his work?
I think everybody should see it.
I don't like him very much, but I'm sure Arkham would be able to arrange something like that.
Are you sure you want to invite him into the house? He doesn't seem to like me very much.
I don't think Arkham likes anyone very much. He's a very troubled man. He seems to get along with the priest.
Funny, isn't that? Those two.
Like attracts like, I guess.
Unpredictable.
Do you think you have it in you to sit with me a while tonight while I tell you a little bit about an idea I had?
Always. I do love to listen to you talk.
He looks at the two girls at your feet and is like, "We'll be fine for now. You can leave us." And they look to you for confirmation.
Elise will reach down and touch the hair on each of their heads. It's okay, ladies. We'll convene later. Thank you for keeping me company.
They both get up and lean in and each give you a kiss on the cheek and head out. Find Fletcher looking at you very intently.
Did I do something to make you gross?
No, of course not. Never. But what I have to tell you is pretty weighty and could prove dangerous to us if not handled properly. But I think that we're at a crossroads now where we need to act to do something because things are happening very quickly. And I'm afraid that if we don't jump ahead, that we might be left behind.
What is it then?
I think that there is significance to what has happened since we enacted Toisachev's ritual and your place in it. Now these people have been drawn to you. We've talked about how we wanted to use his studies and his knowledge in order to help us further our own goals of reaching Golconda. But I think we need to do more than that. I think we need to actually bring his dream about. I think that in some way, shape, or form, you have been chosen to finish the work that he started in the 1700s. The climate is different now because, of course, we have to deal with kindred and politics. I've been talking to Vico. What I'm about to tell you is going to put us in danger, not only with the prince, the elders of the city, but also with the Camarilla, but also with our clan. I don't want to impose this on you. I want to know that you are willing to do this.
You know I've always been a bit of a risk taker. It tends to get me in trouble from time to time, but I always manage to weasel my way out.
Very good at that.
Convincing.
Indeed. Charming.
Well then, spit it out. What will we be doing? That's so naughty.
We'll be creating our very own bloodline. We will be mingling your blood and mine and that of Vico's, La Sombra blood. And we will use it to bring your new followers into our world. They will form the basis of a new bloodline within the Tremere clan, one that will be our own. And we will use this group, this new bloodline, this new group of ours, to take control of the city and turn it into what Troisechelle wanted, a place where kindred and kind can live in harmony, can learn from each other, can grow together.
And what does Vico think of this?
Vico is very interested in this. He, as you know, is one of the three aspects, or a third of Troisechelle. He thinks that this would perhaps bring peace to that part of Troisechelle that's in him. He is very concerned about this presence in the abyss. The grandmother, Vico's not convinced that it is the grandmother. He thinks it's something else. He thinks there's somebody else pretending to be the grandmother, hiding in the abyss. He feels alone. His entire clan is separate from him. He would love to have a new family of his own.
I see that you two have gotten extremely close. Not something I would have expected, if I'm being honest. The Sombra and the Tremere.
Strange times make strange bedfellows. I was interested in him because of his connection to Troisechelle. You seem to like him, and so I figured that he was probably trustworthy. We researched this grandmother situation together, and he is extremely knowledgeable in affairs of the abyss and dark mysticism. I agree with him. I don't think this is the grandmother. I think it's something else.
It's a bit poetic, though, isn't it?
Also,
Tremere and the Sombra wishing to make a line of their own. Two clans that perhaps wouldn't otherwise, for the greater good. A mirror of what we wish to do. It's nice. But are you saying that you want to have children with me now, after all these years?
I do, but you're going to have to convince them. First, I don't want to impose this on any of them, but I think most of them, at least the ones we know of, are under your sway enough. There's one we can't change, of course. Desmond is already one of us, kindred, so we won't be able to re-embrace him. But I don't think that that's problematic. I have other plans for Desmond. I'll be talking with him at some point. But this would give us immediately the biggest clan in the city. People incredibly loyal to one another, all devoted to this same cause. However, in order to act politically, to change the prince, because we will need somebody else there, we'll need the support of a few other people. It would be good if members of other clans would be willing to support our desired change of leadership. That's where you come in, my dear. You have a way with people, like you said.
I do. Funny. I never saw myself as a motherly type. But I trust you. I trust your vision.
It's our vision, darling. I would not have thought of this or have even wanted to do this if it wasn't for you. It was you who opened my eyes to the value of the kind of humans and what they can teach us and how they can keep us from drifting too far away from what we used to be, from the light.
It might be hard to bring some around, but I will do all that I can.
I know you will. There's no one else I would want to do this with. Let's talk about who you might approach. Obviously, the part about us creating our own bloodline should remain an in-house secret. All the others need to know is that we feel that Prince Van Horn is not doing the job anymore, and that we feel there should be a change of leadership. Getting help from some of the other clans would be great, and I have an idea of a few people you could talk to, if you're willing to keep discussing this a little bit further with me.
Of course, darling.
Excellent. And as he continues to expose his plan to you, we find ourselves on a bus, one of Montreal's fantastic buses. You are, Claudia, sitting with a Nosferatu named Thomas Welch, who says he knows where you can find Morag.
Mm-hmm.
He leans back, takes a pull on his cigarette. I can tell you a little bit about Morag and her involvement with Aegis. I used to be part of Aegis myself. There was an attack on some of our people, and I was turned. Being part of this world now of yours, I find myself fearing what we've created. This drug, this Medusa drug. The drug is meant to lessen the power of your kind, dilute your blood so that you are defenseless against the attacks of Aegis. The blood of the Lamia Morag has a special quality to it that renders it highly capable of spreading disease. We used it as part of the compound to make the bite of anyone infected with the drug infectious, thereby spreading it, and thereby doing the job for us.
That aligns with what I already know. That disease got into some of my coterie members, which makes this a bit more personal.
Personal's good. Personal gives you drive, gives you that fire in the belly, you know, to make change happen. I'm happy to tell you where you can find her. I can't guarantee she'll be there, but at least it'll be where she was recently. But I need a couple guarantees from you.
And herein lies the price.
Don't think of it as a price so much as a trade.
Well, I hope I have an easier time than Perseus did. So, what is it?
I am told you have connections with the Anarchs on the South Shore.
I may have, yes.
I would need an introduction. I have no one here. The Nosferatu clan is completely fallen apart. Half of them believe Prince Max is alive and will return, and the other half are just going crazy down there. I need out of here. I need a new family, people to help me out. I'm brand new to this. I've been this way for a few months now. I don't know anything. I don't know anyone. It's fucking scary, to be honest.
I don't blame you. One of my members, she's also a Nosferatu. I can speak with her. she'll have an easier time with a bit more of the connections, at least in that aspect, than I do.
That's good. I'll take that. The other thing is, I hear your kind is especially good at finding and eliminating people.
I would like to think I'm pretty good at it.
There's someone, an employee of Aegis, human, should be easy enough.
Who?
Our family name is Wright. It gives you a picture of a woman, nerdy, short dark hair, glasses. She had a twin brother. He died about a year ago at the hands of one of yours. She's becoming a problem. She's trying to find me. She's trying to bring me back out into the light. She doesn't believe that I've died, even though I tried to hide my tracks really well. I would need her to stop looking for me. I don't care. Kill her, don't kill her, mislead her, whatever you want to do, but get her off my ass.
What type of proof would you like?
I'll trust you. I can always look you up. I'm pretty good with information. It's what I did with Aegis. We're pretty wired in, and I'm tapped into their system, so I can see a lot, I can know a lot. That's why I know she's still after me.
I'll see what I can do on the situation. Any last locations you have of her, you can send them my way.
Your phone pings. It's like I already did.
Excellent. If you hear from someone named Louisa, that's my Nosferatu.
Excellent. You know a place called La Ronde, Ile Sainte-Hélène? Amusement park.
Haven't been there, but I know it.
You'll find it easy enough. There's an old abandoned scary house, horror house, whatever you want to call it, on there. That's where she was lairing, or at least that's where she was recently.
Apt. All right. This is helpful. Thank you.
No problem. And he reaches up and pulls the little cord that dings and tells the driver that you've reached a stop. And a few moments later, the bus pulls over to the side, and you realize you've gone down Côte de Neige Hill, and you're back near Atwater, the center of town. I hope this stop will be good for you.
Oh, this works perfectly.
Excellent. If you ever need to find me again, you can always catch a bus.
May the nights be kind to you, friend.
And to you. I'll await a call from your Louisa.
She'll get up and walk.
You step off the bus, find yourself, as I said, just on the corner of Côte de Neige and Atwater near the Côte de Neige Hospital. A little short walk will take you down to where the old forum is and where the Atwater Metro is, but where would you like to go?
I think... How far away is the amusement park?
Are you gonna take the metro, or are you gonna, like, it's like maybe a 15-minute car ride or like a 25-minute metro ride to get over?
We can do metro. Time to
No
go
problem.
over thoughts.
You walk down into the metro station and head on over to the yellow line, which is going to take you to La Ronde. If there's anything you want to do or accomplish during this run, think about it. When I come back to you, we will go over that, and you can tell me if there's anything you want to do. If you want to use any of your contacts or skills or anything like that, just think on it, and we shall return. Meanwhile, The Ventru in the city have their headquarters at the Sun Life building. It is also where the Financial Trade Center of Montreal is located. And on one of the top floors is where the Ventru meet for official board meetings. You have traveled there with your hired car, your livery car, and parked in the underground parking lot, taken the elevator up. As the elevator doors ding open, you find yourself looking at a plushly carpeted corridor. The decor is very much 1950s-ish British classic sort of architecture and style. Very ornate, very, bank in some ways. Everything that is kind of cliched about the Ventru is on display here. You know that the elders of the city, Redpath and your own sire, Thomas Strathcona, are not traditionalists that much, but they do like to pretend that they are to make people at ease, sort of thing. As you are exiting the elevator with Sloan on your trail, heading down, you see the double doors at the end of the corridor open. You can see that there are a number of people already in the meeting room. Is there anything, Maud, that you would like to do or before you go in there?
For one, I just wanted to clarify, did the person at the town hall refer to me as Maud Sinclair or Madeline Singer?
It would have been Madeline Singer. Sorry, that's my mistake.
No, that's fine. I'm just correcting.
Yeah.
Then in this moment, I just think we would see her as she's studious. She maintains this constant air of confidence, but she is just clearly, at least in Sloane's eyes, because I think she knows her best, just twisted by the events that are going on. So these moments outside the door, I think, are her final, dare I say, breaths at recomposing whatever twinge she is giving off before she steps through the doors.
As you step through the doors, there's immediately a waiter there carrying a tray. There are cups filled with vitae. In them, you can freely partake if you want.
I absolutely will.
You grab one and bring it to your lips and survey the room. In addition to Galen Redpath, who is the eldest of the clan and the leader of the clan, Ventru, you also spot a couple of other of the younger members of Ventru clan who are sitting in chairs up against the wall rather than at the table. They're there to take notes and observe and whatnot. There are a couple of neonates that are part of the clan. You also notice at the table your sire, Thomas Strathcona. He's the seneschal of the city, which means he is sort of second in command to the prince. He speaks for the prince, and when the prince is not there, he gets to basically act as the prince. This was the price when the Toreador attempted to, when the Toreador wanted to seize power, they had to make a deal with the Ventru, who were the most powerful clan in the city. And part of that deal that Galen Redpath made was that Thomas would be made seneschal to kind of keep someone close to the throne, so to speak. As you walk into the room and you see your sire, you feel that unmistakable first tug of the blood bond between you, pulling at you. It's as if he stands out from everybody else in the room. It's as if he has better lighting or glows, like he is just immediately the person that your eyes gravitate to. And without even kind of really realizing it, you turn your steps in his direction and are about to walk towards him. You feel that magnetic pull of that blood bond that is stirring your blood. And because you failed your rouse check earlier, that beast kind of growls at this and recognizes that and always has that kind of standoffish position with your sire, like as if he's seeing him as a kind of a threat to him or something like that. Somebody else that exerts a control or has some sort of a handle on you more than he does, more than the beast does, and so you feel it growling. But I'll let you decide whether or not you approach him right away or not.
Yeah, no, I think I do. And I think our meeting is casual as I sidle up next to him and say, you know, I'm not happy.
I would imagine as such. You're not going to be any happier with what's going to transpire here tonight, but I assure you it's for the best of the clan. And while I certainly understand your disappointment...
I mean, if it's best for the clan, doesn't that include everything that the clan works for?
It does, but there are things at play right now that are bigger than our own individual interests.
I imagine I'll be enlightened to that finally tonight.
You'll get some answers, for sure. I think Galen has some offers for you. I'm sorry that all this information came from City Hall and not from us, but it's been a very heady time. There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things going on, and there are major players at play here at the table now, and things have gotten a little bit bigger.
Look, I just think a little bit of a heads up or something would have been nice, instead of having to go facade down at City Hall and learn new information.
I agree. However, it's not completely lost. You have met the woman at City Hall in charge of this. She knows your face and your name now. Next meetings with her, next reports with her will be that much easier.
Thomas, I just need to be roped in on these things. If we want everything to go as planned, surprising me with a conflict with a kind isn't quite beneficial to our moves.
I understand, and I agree. And we can talk about this later, and I'll bring it up to Galen, and we'll see what we can do. And as he says that, Galen taps, and he's got this big fraternity ring on his fingers, and he taps the boardroom table, and he's like, calling this meeting to order. We have a special guest here with us tonight. He is an elder of our clan. Some of you will perhaps know her, others won't. But she has status and it is to be respected. Please welcome Miss Annabelle Vadeboncoeur. And as he gestures, this woman you've never met before slides into the room. She is very tall, very serious looking, and also immediately you sense her power. She is an elder. There is gravitas, there is power around her that swirls. She comes in, she has an icy glare that sort of like quickly goes over everyone, and takes note of where everyone's standing, and you know, kind of the power structure of the room is. And as soon as she comes in, she looks at everyone, and then her eyes fall on you, and she comes over to you, Maud, and she extends a hand and she goes, Maud, my name's Annabelle. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Annabelle.
I've heard a lot about you. I am glad that you could be here tonight. I think we may have a lot to discuss and to talk about.
I would be pleased to discuss whatever is necessary.
Shall we begin then? And Galen wraps his ring on the table again, and everyone takes their place. What follows, we're not going to go into super detail about it. I'll just kind of give you the summary of what happens at the meeting, because it's a venture meeting and as such it's boring. But you...
Rude.
You...
I take offense to that, thank you.
Annabelle is an elder that apparently comes from Quebec City, and she is connected to something called Les Entreprises du Lys Noir, the Black Lily. What you are told during this meeting is that the company called the Black Lily, Les Entreprises du Lys Noir, who are major players in almost every facets of the city's power structure, are harnessing their contacts within the Ventru clan. She is the head of a project. They mentioned the pyramid that is being built on Royal Mount, how that company is busy building that, and that there are currently all efforts, all resources are being poured into getting that built. One of the things you come to realize is that part of the things that occurred to you tonight, one of the reasons that they're removing a lot of the bigger server farms from the city is because this place is a massive one and they need a lot of power. So they're getting rid of all the other big sources of the other big places or companies or groups, whatever, that take up a lot of the juice because they needed to focus there. And you come to understand that that's why your business and others have been targeted for removal. Another thing that you come to understand is that this company, is very diversified, and that one of the major aspects to their work is the adult industry. And while it's not said very directly or anything like that, you get the feeling that you're being asked to shut down your operation, or at least kind of put it aside because it's their territory. And now that the Lisnor and the Ventrus are allying, that it's causing some conflicts, and this is part of the negotiations. Basically, these are some of the things you're going to have to give up, and these are some of the things we're going to give up, and that your industry and your companies have been placed on the chopping block, basically as an offering to them in exchange for what you don't know. But that's kind of what comes out of this meeting. You can clearly see that Galen Redpath, the Ventrailer, is completely on board with this. He's directing everyone to put all resources of the company, of the clan, towards helping Annabelle and her enterprise building this pyramid, and everything for the next year and a half, 2 years is focused on that. And as the... Sorry, go ahead.
Rebuttal?
Go ahead.
So I said, do I have a moment to rebuttal?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to inject something or ask a questions, please go ahead.
Sure, yeah, I'd love to ask a question. Is there not a way that perhaps my businesses could be just put towards your efforts as opposed to shutting them down entirely?
You see Galen about to answer when Annabelle sort of just raises a finger and he shuts down, and she turns to you and she says, "The problem is, my deal, that your organization is big enough to be a resource drain, but not big enough to really matter in the grand scheme of things. You've done remarkably well with it, but it's small fry compared to what we have going on, but it is still a drain of resources. It draws talent away from the pool that we use, etc., etc. So in the interest of reaching this agreement that we have reached between your people and my people, certain things have been given, certain things have been taken, and this is just how we do business. A few years from now, you can restart your business, perhaps diversify into something else. You, by all indication, are extremely smart and capable. I'm certain that we can find much better use for your talents within the structure of what we're building here."
Right. Bleak, can I do an insight roll on this person?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
What kind of roll are you trying to make?
Are
you using a discipline? What do you want to do?
Oh, I don't really know if a discipline would...
You get the feeling that using a discipline in this situation against an elder is probably not going to be well received.
No, I don't think a discipline really benefits.
If you kind of just want to get a sense of, just
an insight into the idea of the sex trade being pertinent to the business that they're dealing with, but also the idea that, how long has this business been around versus mine?
Okay, so give me a manipulation plus insight.
Wonderful. One moment, please. Okay. Oh, did I get a hunger back from that drink.
No, you haven't had enough. Just one glass is not going to be.
What a shame.
Creep and Kurt, if you want to go ahead and make your Rouse checks, because I forgot to ask you for them earlier.
I think I'm going to use one of my night moves.
Ooh,
Or
what
choose
happened?
2. Yes?
To add 2 dice, if you do it after you roll, it's 2 night moves.
Yes, I think I'll use them.
Using 2 night moves.
I just want more successes, honestly. Okay, cool, that works out. So that's 4 successes.
Ask me questions. What is it that you're trying to... Okay, so you want to get a sense of... So, first of all, you get a sense that she doesn't think this is a negotiation or a discussion. She's humoring you by giving you the time of day, but she fully expects that you're just going to fall in line and do what needs to be done. You don't get a sense that she's blowing smoke up your ass when she's saying that you obviously have talents and skills that could be used. You think that she really means that. Through the negotiation, you get the understanding that their empire is vast. It is big. It is old. Go ahead and give me a, just for shits and giggles here, go ahead and give me, do you have finance as a skill?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Right, so give me intelligence and finance.
It's not a lot, but I'll give it. I got 1 success. I'll take it.
So you know that this company, the Lisnois, has been indelibly involved in the socio-political economic development of the province for decades upon decades. They are the system.
Yes.
You get the sense that there's something more to it. It's not just about, oh, you're treading on our toes, or you do get the sense that there's something more behind it.
Right. I guess the angle I'm looking at is, like, how long has their production company been around? Like, does mine supersede them?
So
Or
you get the sense that they don't necessarily have a production company. It's
Exactly.
about something bigger than that. It's about control on the
Gotcha.
actual adult entertainment trade, rather than just because they have a company that produces online content.
Right.
Like, it's bigger, and it's like control of the talent, control of the infrastructure, control of the market, more than, oh, they have a
Right.
business also.
Right. All right. Well.
Is there something you would like to say, Mo? Do you have a look on your face like?
I just think it's a waste of resources to shut down 2 successful production companies entirely.
It's not a waste, and we're not shutting it down, says Galen. We're reassigning them.
Ah, would we like to inform me, I suppose, on what the reassignment might be?
Galen looks over at Thomas, and then looks back at you and goes, "In time. I'll speak to you after the meeting, and I'll tell you exactly what's going to be expected of you."
I see. If that information is confidential, I suppose that is how it will be.
You'll get the information you want.
Hopefully timely.
Of course. Now, other matters at hand. And as he moves on to discussing other things, you find Annabelle consistently staring at you. And at some point, you hear her voice resonating in your head. And I'm happy to, if you want to resist that as soon as you feel that something's happening, you can. If you want, I'll have you make a roll. But if you let it happen, we'll just move on with it. But it's your call. Would you like to?
No, I would like to at least resist.
Okay.
Because
Go
she'll
ahead.
know.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your. You're gonna roll your resolve plus your willpower.
Incredible. That's total willpower.
Yeah, or whatever you have left. You don't think you've spent any.
I haven't spent any, no.
Yeah.
Ooh. I am going to use a willpower to reroll.
Okay, don't use a willpower to reroll. If you're going to spend a willpower, just spend it to resist the power for one scene. More effective that way.
I know, but I like the chance that it might not work.
Cool. You get to reroll up to 3 of your failed dice with a willpower.
Yes. Okay, cool. So that's 5.
5 successes. So you feel her prodding, and as soon as your defenses go up, she pulls back. And she gives you a little smile. And then after a moment, she reaches and grabs her notebook and her pen, and she writes something, and she rips it and folds it and hands it to Sloane. And Sloane grabs it and reads it, and then slides it over to you. And you see in her elegant script written on the piece of paper, "We'll talk. I have need of you."
Sweet.
And as that goes on, somewhere in a church lit by a giant neon cross, known to many as the Church of the Whores and Sinners in Montreal, the domain of Father Dubois, you have found yourself approaching the confessional. Do you go in the priest central part, or do you go in one of the side little...
Oh, I go into the central priest area.
You walk in, close the door behind you. You hear someone stepping into the little booth next to you, someone kneeling down on the little kneeling bench that creaks. You slide open the little thing and you see your shadow there. "Forgive me, Father, for we have sinned."
For the last time, it's Daddy, I've been a bad boy. Anyway.
Sure you're ready for this, Father?
As I'll ever be, what mischief have you been up to?
Well, it wasn't me, Father. It was you.
Well, it most definitely wasn't me, because I don't remember, so it seems like you were in the driver's seat.
You say that, and memories come flooding back to you. You have just walked onto a rooftop. You look around. You recognize this place. A great convent. Coming up the stairs behind you, with some difficulty, is the Grey Nun. She steps onto the roof. "That was a dumb idea. We should have met downstairs. It was terrible for my knees."
But you're so spry!
"And you're a goddamn liar. You always did have the tongue of the devil in your mouth. Haven't you, Father?"
Well, it's been useful from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course it has. I mean, the dark work can't be done just in the light. Sometimes you need darker heart to do the real dark work. That eventually brings us all closer to the light. Isn't that true, Father?
Yes, indeed. Oh, closer to the light, yes.
Speaking of the light, I had an interesting visitor earlier.
Oh, who came by?
Priest. Of course. Only priests come to visit me, nobody else. That's kind of boring after a while.
I could send you some fine young lads or women if you so choose.
Don't be gross.
I'm not. I'm just saying, if you prefer the company of people other than priests, I have a large congregation.
You know, I turn a blind eye to some of your more egregious behavior because you're very useful and, well, because you're part of the blood, but don't push it and don't be gross.
I'm not being gross.
Yes, you are.
Where's your...
I'll be the
where's
judge of it. Don't make me put you on your knees and strap your fingers.
As you were saying...
Father Roman came to see me. Directly
Father
arrived
Roman.
from the Vatican.
Oh. Did you eat him?
No, have you ever heard of Gladius Day, the Sword of God?
No, but I have heard of Gladys Day.
This is not a time for you to be a moron. This is a time for you to focus. I know it's difficult given the blood that runs in your veins and the fact that you're a priest, but I'm going to need you to focus here a little bit.
I'm keeping others at bay. It's very loud in here tonight, so I'm doing my best to focus.
We all have a few people in there. Father Roman came to see me. He is a special envoy from the Vatican. He's with Gladius Day. Gladius Day is a little-known secret order within the Catholic Church that, since the middle of the 18th century, has been practicing to hunt and destroy our kind.
They must suck at their jobs.
Ooh, they're selective.
Oh.
The order kind of fell out of favor for a while, but it looks like they're back in business. He came to give me the professional courtesy of telling me that he and his cohorts were in town and that there were plans to start culling the herd, so to speak. They are close to God and use his favor and the powers of light to, well, annihilate our kind. They're sorcerers, but sanctioned by the Vatican.
Wait, are you trying to tell me the Vatican is using actual witches to hunt us down?
In a manner of speaking, you are certainly a nerd and have played some Dungeons and Dragons in your time. I assume you're aware of what a paladin is. Well, that's basically what this is. Think of a Knight Templar with a little bit of magic thrown in.
Sounds like a him problem.
We'll never be able to accuse the Catholic Church of not being adherent to their own rules.
So I assume you told them there is no war in Bon Sing Se and sent them on their way?
No, they knew very well who we were, and they gave me a list of people.
Anyone we care about?
A few.
Who do we care about that they want to kill?
Well, they had a number of Tremiers on their list, but we don't really care about them.
No. Well, no, that's not entirely true. There is one that we care about.
Oh, your special pet project.
Yeah.
Well, she's on the list, so...
Okay, take her off the list. We need her.
I don't think that's within my purview. It's certainly not within yours either. But they had a list, and on that list were a few other people, including you and me.
We made the list? I don't know if I should be frightened or honored.
You should be fucking frightened.
Oh. Okay. I'm scared.
What is that over your shoulder?
Harry.
And as she says that, you feel your vision tunneling. You feel darkness creeping in on either side. That's not good, Padre. I don't want to fucking die. If these guys are gunning for you and they got the fucking favor of the Lord on their side, we're gonna fucking get roasted.
But I've got you, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Time to do something about this. And your vision collapses and darkens completely. You feel something strange happening to you. Like a fire in your belly, a warmth, strength, power coursing through you. You feel you're doing something wrong, something very, very wrong, something that's going to stain your soul. But the power that's coursing through you, the taste of the blood filling your mouth, makes it all worthwhile. And in moments of brief flashes, you see the Grey Nun, your mouth locked on her neck, her body shriveling as you kneel over her and keep drinking and keep drinking and keep drinking. You wake up in your room covered in blood, human blood. Your room is a mess. Your clothes ripped off, your leg contraption tightened so badly that half your leg is sawed off.
Yes.
Your shadow on the other side of the confessional. And that's what we've been up to.
I don't know whether or not to kill you myself, or...
It was so glorious, Father. It was so good. I knew you'd kind
I
of
don't-
talk, so...
I mean... Yes, We have so many more questions. First off, why her? Not that I'm complaining. I mean, after all, the church is known for its vineyards and delectable selections of wine, and she's been walking around for a couple of centuries, aging up quite nicely. So, tell me, why her?
One, she was getting on my fucking nerves.
Oh, that's fair.
Two, she's the only other one who knew about this Gladia's Day and this Father Roman in their list.
But did she have the list? Did you get the list?
I sure did.
Good boy. Who else is on the list?
Well, there are a lot of interesting names on that list.
Give me the list.
Maybe.
Give it.
No.
Why not?
Because I think I did a lot of the dirty work for her. And I
you
think
were...
it's about time that I get something for it.
What do you want?
Oh. She's so sweet, isn't she?
Who?
Your little pet project. The pale white skin.
No.
All those
no.
beautiful little tattoos on her flesh. Imagine sinking your teeth into that.
That's not the point. No, that one is off limits. We agreed. That was the truce. That was the agreement. She gets left alone.
Agreements
have
are made
other
to be
use-
redrawn.
You can't draw. We know that.
I beg to differ. I have done some marvelous work with fucking crayons before. If you stopped eating them, I could do more.
Well, red's the good flavor. Anyway, not to mention, all you draw is phalluses in all of the Bibles, and we keep having to reorder them
Well,
constantly.
at least they are fucking historically accurate.
Yeah, that they are.
Besides, Greek art
Regardless.
that's full of fucking phalluses on it. You don't see anyone fucking complaining about that.
They're not hard. Anyway, no, you leave Elise alone. That is the deal. You can eat whoever the fuck else you want to eat. Leave her alone.
Oh, I'm gonna leave her alone. I ain't gonna do a fucking thing to her.
Eat her dad.
No.
Oh.
Look, this is the problem. You become too obsessed with her, and it's not good for us. You've become obsessed with her, and she has become a bit of a blind spot for you.
I don't think so.
I think so. And that makes, half of us, so...
Well, I count as 2.
Well, I count as 3.
That's not how that works.
You want the list?
Yes.
Well...
What do you want? What do you want? Tell me.
I'm not gonna make you eat her. Though I know you would like that, and I would like that. It would be nice. Admit it, you've thought about it.
Only
that little
because
chain around your leg.
Yeah, only because she smells good.
She smells like fucking black licorice and patchouli, for Christ's sake. Father, get it together.
Why?
We're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a little chat about how you're gonna stop fucking obsessing about her.
Then give me something else to obsess about.
Well,
like a list.
Okay. I'll tell you where the list is. Meanwhile.
Ass.
Meanwhile. Back at the Tremere Mansion. Fletcher's exposed the rest of his plan to you. He believes that making contact with some of the members of the other clans that might be interested in helping would be useful. The way he puts it is this: I think that we are seeing the elders of this city kind of, well, most of them have fled and gone to Gehenna. The rest are not really doing their job anymore. I think that if we convince some of the ancillae of the city that this is their opportunity to create the city they want, take control, and do something with this place. That's not just a pale reflection of what the ancient ones have tried to make all this time. But some of them might be interested in this. I'm not a huge fan of the father, but now that the Grey Nun is dead, he might be the one who ends up kind of taking control of the Malkavian clan. They have a long history, long tradition in Montreal. You have a good rapport with him to a certain degree. I know you're pissed off because he killed one of your pets, but I think it might be interesting to at least get soundings on him. What do you think?
The last time I saw him, he was quite strange with me. Nicer than he usually is.
I think he
I'm
wants
not
something
sure.
from you.
I think he does too. I just don't know quite what.
Do you think he just wants you sexually?
Possibly.
He is a
All
priest.
that work as a father, I mean. Where does all that pent-up sexual aggression go?
He's a bit of a degenerate, I hear.
I would believe that. He's strange. Regardless, I think we're on some sort of good talking terms, so I could feel him out. But not feel him out. I don't think I could do that.
You've never been one for the religious kind, though.
No.
Plus, I get the feeling that he probably likes to be more at the bottom, so...
That wouldn't really work, would it?
I'm not too fond of Arkham, and besides, we're going to try to unseat a Toreador, so I don't think there's any help to be found among the Toreadors. The Gangrel are gone. The Bruja are not far behind, but it might still be useful if you know any of them.
I could speak to Fiona.
Oh, the one who starts riots there.
Right.
Who was at
her.
the hotel with you?
That one, exactly.
Okay.
She would be quite useful.
So we got the father, we got her, that's the Bruja and the Malkavian. The Nosferatu, I think, are at this point not really relevant. What we need is a Ventru. Because they are the ones who brokered the current power structure. They're the ones who are going to want to take control if the current power structure changes. What we need is someone that's on the inside that could give us the inside track on what's going on with them. Even if they're not really willing to work against them, so much better if they are.
Do we know any Ventru?
I've been looking into it. There's not a lot of them in the city. There's Strathcona and Redpath, the two elders. I don't think there's anything to be done there. The others are all kind of young, but there's one. Her name is Sinclair. She's kind of middle management, I guess, if you want, in the Ventru clan. I think befriending her at least and kind of getting the lay of the land of what's going on in the clan might be useful.
Do you know anything about her? What she's like? What she does?
The only thing I've been able to dig up is that she's involved in adult entertainment. Now, I don't think she's a performer. I think she is a producer of some sort. She runs the company from kind of a distance. She was involved in a bit of a fracas with some other people in that trade not too long ago. But from my understanding, what I've been able to find, she is someone who is very ambitious and has been finding it difficult to reach into the old boys club that the Ventru clan is here in Montreal.
Very interesting.
I think at least meeting her, talking to her, just getting a feel for her at first might be good.
Well, based on her chosen industry, perhaps you'll have a little bit to talk about then.
Maybe.
A jumping off point.
You're always so naughty. I like it. There is one other thing. We are still missing one person to have the same number of disciples as Toisachel had, so we're going to have to work on that. I have a feeling they're going to find you.
They always do. It's funny. Sometimes when we least expect it.
And as you say that, Elise, the room in front of you shifts and changes. You see yourself standing in what looks like a hall that maybe leads to a theater or something like that, but it's empty. The walls are blood red. The ceiling is dark. The floor is this dark red carpeting. And at the end of this hall is this dark void, this hole where the doors would be that lead into the theater proper. Is just this weird, pulsating, reddish darkness that feels almost alive.
Barefoot. Hello?
You hear a woman's voice. I've been meaning to talk to
Barefoot
you.
does Sorry, I
No.
keep cutting you off.
That's all right. I keep waiting for you to say something, and then it's just, please go ahead.
I'm a slow responder.
It's okay. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think barefoot, as usual, Elise begins to pad down this hallway very slowly, curiosity on her face.
You hear in the distance the sounds of what you would expect to hear from a room where a play was about to begin, and people talking and things of that nature, a kind of a buzz of like something about to begin, a presentation or something about to begin. The voice seems to echo from everywhere around you. We're intricately bound, you and I, even though we've never met.
Who are you?
My name is Kalome.
It's a lovely name. Would
Thank
I
you.
know this name?
Yeah, you know that Kalome was one of the original disciples of Troisechel, and that she was his lover who betrayed him.
Are you the Kalome?
Yes, I am.
Why do you come to me now?
Because we've both been marked by the same man, Troisechel. You have his designs, his drawings, his images, his thoughts etched into your skin. So do I. Now she says this, you see another image that comes to your mind, and it's the back of a woman on her skin, etched on the shoulder blade. You see the inverted triangle that was at the heart of Troisechel's designs, of his philosophies. Magicians have marked us, you and I. Magicians, lovers, masters, demons. I think we have a lot to talk about.
Do you? All these commonalities.
Are these plans, these thoughts, these ideas yours, or are they from someone else attempting to use you, control you to their own ends?
Do you suggest that my lover controls me?
He has marked you.
Only because I allow it?
That's what he wants you to believe.
You're going to have to try harder than that to break me, Kalame.
Break you? I don't want to break you. I want to speak with you. I think we should meet.
When? Where?
Whenever and wherever you want.
Where are you now?
At the heart of my pyramid. Where it's
Your
safe.
pyramid.
Do you wish to come here?
I don't think I'd like to come to your pyramid. I don't trust it very much.
It's a wonderful place. It's been my home for hundreds of years.
Looks much more like a prison to me.
Where then?
Somewhere middle ground. You know, there's a beautiful church on the hill here. How do you feel about church?
Speaking of prisons,
Of course, but it is quite lovely. You could find a bit of clarity there, I hear.
when
Soon.
you'll let me know, won't you?
I will. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Why did you betray him?
It was complicated, complex.
It's always complicated, darling.
He had a long-standing feud with a general, General Montcalm, who, as it turned out, was not only a shapeshifter, a werewolf, but also a mass murderer who killed untold number of people in the city that was Montreal before it became Montreal. We had an agreement and he failed to honor it. He went to fight this general, and in doing so caused us to lose everything. A man with a dangerous plot, a gambit for power, is a liability to the women he wishes to use to achieve his ends. Remember that. I hope you never have to do to your lover what I did to mine.
I'll be seeing you soon enough.
I hope so. You
Go
okay?
on, pop off then.
You okay, darling? You faded away again. My boring you with my plans for world domination.
I had a visitor.
Did you? Someone nice, I hope.
I guess that depends on what your definition of nice is.
Well, you're my definition of nice, of course.
Well, seems as though Our Lady Calumet wants an audience with me.
His eyebrows rise, and as they do, Ava, you find yourself at La Ronde on Ile Sainte-Hélène in front of an old dilapidated house of horrors. It's pretty clear to your practice eye, even without too much looking around or searching around, that there's been some comings and goings here. But right now it's dark and quiet. And the only thing that hangs about the air is the scent of blood. Is there anything you've done on the way here to prepare anything you wanted to do now that you're here?
She does reach out to her coterie, inform them of a little contact who is in need of assistance, just to see if she can assist with that. But I think the only thing that she's going to make sure that she has prepared ahead of time is she's going to, through her lore sheet, she has Sense the Unseen, so she's going to have that turned on as she goes through the park.
You approach the building itself. Go ahead and make me a wits and investigation roll.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
As you approach, it's clear there's been people that have come and gone. Like I said, you see traces here of this place is a hunting ground. You can clearly tell that someone, possibly a kindred, has lived here and hidden here and used it as a kind of a hunting ground. And as you get closer to the building itself, you become aware of a presence in the shadows near you. Someone is watching you. They're not completely hiding, but they're also not trying to be super obvious.
Is she seeing anything through the sense the unseen?
You spin around, look around, move your senses. You notice that one of the shadows is odd. It's not at the same angles as the other. It has a more defined shape, almost like that of a person.
I think she's gonna duck behind a corner and kind of just observe the shadow. She's also gonna turn on Sounds of Death and use Unseen Passage. So I'll browse that check.
As you duck around the corner, you
Success.
see something painted on the side of the building. It's painted in a way that blood has been smeared in a large kind of canvas, and a symbol has been drawn in it with a finger, so that the black wood underneath, you can see it through the blood that's been spread over it, and it looks like this.
Does it look from has she ever seen something like this before?
You can go ahead and give me occult and intelligence.
Alright. 3, 6. That is a crit. I got 2 successes with pips and 1 regular.
Excellent. You've seen this symbol come around before in certain texts. There is an association to it to a being called the Dark Mother, which some people believe was the true originator of the kindreds, and not Cain as is sort of normally believed. You don't know too much about it. You know that it is a symbol of feminine power, and but also of darkness, and of a certain level of rage and anger and violence.
Has the shadow done anything different since she observed it?
Yeah, as you taken in this symbol and then kind of look, you see the shadow is moved, and standing in its stead on the pathway that leads to the building is someone you recognize for having seen her before. As she calls out, "All right, fine. You're good at hiding. Come out. I don't have all night." And you see Armada, the La Sombra who originally put you on the trail to Morag. "Glad you finally found your way here. Even did it quicker than I thought you would."
I mean, that's why you asked me to show up.
Not here, though. She's gone.
I expected as much. How recently?
Very recent. Couple nights, maybe. There's something weird. If you got a minute, yeah, we can check it out.
Lead the way.
Of course, I'm going to lead the way. I don't fucking follow anyone. She moves forward.
I never expect you to.
She moves forward and with her combat boot kicks the door open and just strides on into this abandoned horror house or whatever you want to call it. As you walk in, the scent of blood grows stronger, and it's not just human blood, though there is quite a lot of that, and you see a lot of places dried blood, and you're certain that this was a lair. Someone laired here for a very long time, at least several months, if not a year, luring people here and draining them here. You find remnants of things like a baseball cap or a shoe or things of that nature. So some kind of trapdoor spidery kindred who would lure people here and kind of drink from them. I don't think she was here before. I think she came here recently. I read an Aegis file on her when I raided that laboratory in Ville Saint Laurent. She had a vulnerability to silver, which makes this interesting. And she brings you over to the middle of the room, and you see a large mass of kindred blood that you can smell on the ground. And you see something very strange that you've never really seen before. You see what appears to be a silver knife. And this silver knife keeps moving. It's almost as if it's caught in a loop where it's moving forward as if it's stabbing, and then it falls to the ground, and then it almost kind of like rewinds. And then it's moving forward again as if someone had thrown it, and then it hits something and it falls to the ground, and then it kind of rewinds. And then it's thrown forward again, and it keeps doing that on the loop consistently.
What in the fuck is this?
Obviously, someone tried to take her out with this. Someone who knew she had a vulnerability to it. I don't think they managed it, because I think we'd see ashes, traces of a dead body, something like that, but unless I'm a fucking moron, which I'm not. That is something that I never expected I would ever see. And look, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I've seen some fucked up shit. I was in the fields of Ghana. I saw some truly fucked up shit. But this I've only ever heard of. And I think you're going to want to look into it. I don't have time to fucking look into this. I got other fish to fry. But have you ever heard of the true Bruja?
Has she heard of the true Bruja?
Nope. You can't even make a roll on that. It's just not. So there's a story that the Bruja that we have now are the fucking Dollar General version of the fucking Bruja. All right? They're like the second model that's broken and doesn't work well. That before that, there was another group of Bruja that descended from somebody else. And that these Bruja were intelligent and poised and calm and rational, and now we just have the fucking crazies. But as far as I know, and I know, the only ones who can mess with time like this are the true Bruja. Now, they've been extinct or gone for centuries. We haven't seen or heard from any of them in centuries.
But you suspect that they may be returning? Or I guess they have returned, if this is any indication.
They're the only ones that, as far as I know, can mess with time like this. This thing appears to be caught in some kind of temporal loop, like it glitched or something. Your problem, Claudia, is that traditionally, historically, these fuckheads only show up when a city is about to be completely destroyed. And if you want to read about some of their past exploits, you could look up Carthage and Pompeii, things of that nature.
Well, shit, I can't believe we have a Sailor Saturn situation on our hands right now.
I have no fucking clue what that means, but
Don't worry about it. Anime nonsense.
okay.
Well, classic.
Right. Well, I'm glad we had that talk.
You're welcome.
Look, you do what you want with this. I was trying to curtail this drug. I'm going to keep working on that. I don't know where Morag is. I don't know what she's doing. But as someone who lives here, I think you got a bigger problem than Morag and her fucking little rinky-dink dope operation. If you know any Bruja, might be time to like tap him and kind of see if they've heard of anything.
I think I have one. Although, I don't know. Well, maybe he'll know things. I'll check with him. Probably will still keep on the Morak thing. Because if she is being targeted by these true Bruja, wherever she goes, they may be following.
Okay, good fucking luck. And she turns around and she walks towards the wall and she punches through it and rips an entire panel out and just walks off into the darkness.
Delightful as always.
Don't fucking call me, I'll call you.
Never expected to call you. Could I investigate the area to see, and I specifically want to see if there's been are traces of hair or any residue for this matter from Morag.
Tons of blood.
Not blood. I need I need more on the surface level.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence and investigation.
Let's see. I will use a night move to up this a bit more. Three, 6, 7, 8. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
That's pretty good. So what is it that you're trying to do exactly?
I essentially I want to do Scour Secrets, but for that I need... Oh, well, not Scour Secrets. I want to first do, what's it called? Astromancy. But for that I need something of the person that I'm trying to track and get information on. So blood, hair, spit, flesh, that type of stuff.
Okay, you can definitely, with a 6 successes, definitely find whatever you need. So what do you want to do with
it? She will take out a mirror and she'll find a section where the night sky is coming in, and she's gonna sit down, place all the ingredients on, and she will activate Astromancy, which it's a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it. Yeah. The stars write the natures of those on Earth below them, or perhaps they reflect them, combining astrology and hemomancy. The sorcerer draws out true information about allies, enemies, and mortals that catch their interest. So she will whisper the name Morag. Stars, tell me, what is it I'm missing?
Do you have to make a roll for that?
It looks like a rouse check. So let me do that real quick. Success. And I think that's it.
You call upon the stars using the bits and pieces of elements that you find. Right away, you're getting a mixed signal. It seems that the materials you found are from two different people. You find that they diverge and yet come back together. You see that there are two people, two women, one of them being Morag, one of them being a different one. And you see the symbol that you saw outside light up in the stars. And you see a beautiful, vast garden at twilight. In the distance, you can see the shadows of women moving about this garden. And you recognize some of the elements that you saw in it. You see a pagoda, you see an old Indian teepee. And you recognize that this is the Botanical Gardens. In Montreal, they have, every year around this time of year, they have a display that takes you through several different nations and flora and decorations from that nations. There's a Japan garden, a Chinese garden, there is an indigenous garden, there are various gardens like this. And something tells you that the path of these two women, which converged here and then diverged, will converge again there.
Okay. Has she been hearing anything about what's the way to put this? A conference of women just appearing in Montreal?
Give me streetwise and intelligence, I guess.
Okay. That is 4.
You've heard that there is a group of people that has been sort of reaching out, kind of an outreach program or an outreach group that's been reaching out to very specifically women who are in precarious positions in the streets and kind of calling them and bringing them together. You've been too busy to kind of really look into it, but you've heard of something along those lines, some kind of movement, perhaps semi-religious in appearance.
All right, she'll make note. Gathering of women, botanical gardens. And I think the last thing she wants to try and do is she wants to scour secrets on the dagger. And for that is also a rouse check, and then I believe a intelligence and sorcery check.
Okay.
So rouse, that fails. And then blood, sorcery, and intelligence. And I'll night move that one as well. Three successes with pips and 2 without.
You reach out with your blood sorcery towards the dagger. As you do, you get a sense of violence and conflict, of surprise, fear, and then something strange happens. The knife itself stops to move. The world around it seems to go wonky for a moment, and all of a sudden, you came in here at around 1 in the morning, maybe 2 in the morning, let's say, more likely, like 1:32 in the morning, about 4 or 5 hours before sunrise. And as you reach out with your blood sorcery and interact with this knife that's caught in this time loop, things flicker, and all of a sudden you look up, and through the window of this building that you are in, you see the unmistakable sign of sunlight, the orange glow of dawn on the clouds above. Meanwhile,
Fuck.
after the meeting, Maud, Redpath tells you he's going to get his car pulled around front, meet him there. He'll talk to you. And then he takes off. What would you like to do between now and then?
How long is that going to be?
5 minutes.
Has everyone...
People
left
are kind of,
most
you know,
part?
gathering, taking some final notes. Annabelle has come over and shaken your hand and just kind of like, you know, giving you a, you know, where to reach me sort of thing. And moved on off. Thomas is standing there going, do we need to talk about anything, or do you want to wait until after you've spoken with Galen?
I don't know. Do you have anything to say to me?
This is a test of character to a certain degree. The clan that we belong to is a clan that has withstood every attempt at knocking it off the throne. We are the clan of kings, the clan of warrior kings.
Thomas.
This is
Why-
the time where sacrifices need to be made for the greater good.
Why?
And these things are not forgotten.
Why do you speak to me as if I'm a neonate? I'm aware of the values of the clan. I don't understand why I'm being cut off, not communicated with, and treated as drastically inferior.
This is where you're going wrong with this, my dear. This is not about you being treated as an inferior. This is you, as a resource to the clan, being put to the best use possible. This is what we do. One day, soon, it will be your time to take control, to guide the project, to bring something to fruition. Right now, you, as a resource to the clan, are best used in this manner.
But I still not have been explained to what the manner in which I am best used. All I understand is that my business is effectively being shut down.
Yes, that is the first step that you must take. You have to
And maybe-
liberate this amount of resource that we have so that it may be put to use somewhere else where it is needed. You must divest yourself of these companies, these projects. We will find something else for you to do that is more in line with what we need.
But see, that's what I don't understand, is that if the plan is a solid plan, why have I not already been informed of and redirected to what that is I need to do?
All in good time. This plan has many moving parts. It is intricate. It requires finesse.
And why am I not being informed of the finesse?
Maud, you know why I embraced you. I turned you and I brought you over to our side. Not because I cherished your beauty, but because I cherished your acumen. The strength of your
You're
brain,
also-
your business knowledge, the things you've accomplished. And I need you right now to do this without bemoaning it, without resisting it. Show that you are devoted to the clan. Do what needs be done. And in time, very soon, it will be your time.
Thomas, I don't think you understand that I'm not necessarily concerned about that. I will happily make moves, but I would like to be informed on the moves that I am making before I move them.
You must walk before you run, and you must run before you fly. Right now, we are at the transitory stage between walking and running. If you want to take the next leap forward, you have to go through this step.
Look,
That is all we'll say about it right now. Galen is waiting for you. Don't make him wait. Put him on your side. Do what you do best. Convince him that you are best used in certain ways, whatever ways you want. Convince him. That is what you do. Use your head. Hey, chin up. This is just getting started. There are great plans afoot, and you are absolutely part of them. Your time will come.
fine.
Good. Let's meet tomorrow and discuss all of this.
Hopefully with more words.
I will
answers.
help you take the next steps. We will look at how best we can put your projects on ice so that you don't lose all of it.
Wonderful.
Go meet Galen. Convince him.
Going.
Thank you so much, Kayla, for the raid. We appreciate you coming in. See us play our little vampire games. Thank you very much. You step outside. You see Galen's car coming up along the street. He pulls up next to you and the window rolls down. He says, I know you are not happy with things. We're going to work things out. Let me give you a lift.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about this. Come on, get in.
How kind. Get in.
As you get into the car, something strange happens. You open the door, and as you're about to step in, something about the size of a cell phone, about the size and shape of a cell phone, literally flies into the car with you. It buzzes in, and suddenly, literally in front of you, the world begins to fold in on itself. It's literally as if what you're looking at, Galen and the car and the city beyond it, is this giant poster, and now someone is folding it. You hear a voice that says, not her. She can still be useful. But give her a warning. And the world around you folds in. And for a moment, you feel your heartbeat. You feel terror. You feel sweat pouring out of your pores, dripping along your skin. Your breath is caught in your throat. You can't breathe. You need to breathe. But there's a pressure, something that is squeezing you. Something that is crushing your human, mortal, frail body. And then you hear a loud clap. You feel a force slam you and push you away from the car. You land hard, you feel bones break. Your arm bends weirdly under you. You feel pain like you haven't felt in forever. These injuries should be nothing to you, but they're almost debilitating. As you lie on the ground, you see people all around you reacting in weird ways. Some people are screaming, Some people are pointing, some people are laughing, some people are running away. Some people are literally look like they're going mad, completely mad, as they stare with you at the car that Galen Redpath, the Primogen of the Venture, is in, fold in on itself and keep folding and folding and folding. And you hear the screams of Galen and the screams of his driver as the car keeps folding and folding and folding until it completely disappears as if it had never been there. And above the car, in neon lights, appears a word that you know is meant for you. The word behave floats in the air with the city behind it. All of a sudden, your bones start to snap back into place. You lose the need to breathe. You feel yourself as you are again. You feel your wounds begin to heal up. The neon word above where the car used to be evaporates. Around you, people are screaming, crying, vomiting. Someone is just running around in circles. People have gone completely crazy. Meanwhile, in the church, what are you going to do with the list, Padre?
Well, it depends upon who's on the list. Because if it's somebody that I might possibly give a shit about or have actual use of, I might try to stop them from dying or dying again. But if it's people that aren't favorable with me, maybe I can curry some favor.
What's the one book you never read?
The Iliad. That's long as shit.
Also your Bible. The original one. The first one that your dad gave you.
Why would I read that?
That's why I hid it there. Because you never read that fucking book. I'll go get it.
Okay. Well, I think he like pops out of the confessional, then pops back in, looks through, and goes to shut the little door and just goes, "Fuck you," and shuts the door.
And from behind the door, muffled, you hear, "We're doing great things, Padre. We're doing great things."
I know we are. I'm aware that we are. I'm aware that we are. And I think like in this, this late hour, he just kind of like belts, for lack of a better term, into the air. "Sister Lambert, fetch me my Bible."
After several minutes, Sister Lambert, hobbling, using her cane, poor old Sister Lambert, who's 87 years old and has a club foot, comes stomping down the stairs from upstairs, walks to your rooms, which are about 5 feet away from where you are, pulls up a chain from around her neck with a bunch of keys and unlocks to your room as you watch this. Very slowly unlocks the room, messing up the keys 3-4 times.
You can physically see his eye twitching as he's watching all of this. Just
walks into the room, walks over to the bookshelf, pulls the first book, then comes back, walks the 5 feet back to you and hands you, with the trembling hand, your Bible. "Is this the one you want, Father?"
yes.
Very well. She turns around and goes and very slowly locks your room again, and then with pain and effort climbs back up the stairs to her room.
I could fix you, but I'm not going to.
You open the Bible. On the front, right in the front page, there's a piece of paper that flies out as soon as you open the Bible, and it goes like this, and it falls to the ground face down.
I reach down and pick it up.
You pick it up, you turn it over, you see this symbol drawn on it. And as you look at this symbol, you get an image of a young woman that you don't know. Long, dark hair, a bit of punk makeup, attitude etched into her face.
Oh.
You know she's Kindred, but you have no clue who the fuck she is.
Oh, I'm going to find you.
We got a deal, Padre.
Tell me, do you think she'll like the taste of butter?
What the fuck are you talking about?
We're going hunting.
And meanwhile, up at the Tremere Mansion, in the wake of your little communication with Kalome, what have you been doing, Elise? What's going through your mind? What is happening with you?
I think that she relayed everything to Fletcher. She didn't leave out a single detail. And in that, she's looking to him for guidance.
He listens to your details, your story, everything you've said. What we need to figure out is why she wants to meet. What does she need from you?
I think she wants to turn me against you. At least that's what it felt like when she spoke to me.
Well, why would she care what I'm doing? Why would she care about who's the prince of the city? It makes no sense. Why would she care about anything that we're doing?
She cares about the mage, about unfinished business. That's what she cares about. She knows what we are trying to do outside of the prince and politics.
The only way to stop this, to finish her business, would be to end the ritual.
And how did she end his ritual?
Said she betrayed him. She said he fought this werewolf, this general.
Yes.
She ends the ritual by destroying it. Elise, you're the ritual now.
I'm not sure what I'm to do. But I feel inclined to speak with her. I don't know why, but I do.
I think it might be interesting to do that. But I think we need to have a couple of aces up our sleeves before we do that. Do you have the priest's phone number? And on that note, my
Perhaps
friend,
Elise just is like, phone number. The fuck do you think I am?
and on that note, my friends, we will end tonight's first session of everyone's doing okay, everyone's good, everyone's all right. Right? Everyone's okay?
I almost went Faraday. Oh, sorry, too soon.
That's what she was gonna say.